Hello, everybody. So here is a question I came across today because of a message a student sent me. And I thought, sometimes when that happens, it's just best to make a video to cover it. And here is the question on my math lab. So we're given information as follows. It says there's a contractor that builds two types of houses. There's an economy model and a deluxe model. Okay. And we have labor cost and material cost for each type of house. In addition to that, it says the contractor builds 3 economy models and 5 deluxe models. Now, I wanted to step back from the question and just tell you how I would summarize the information based on what I'm reading here. Okay. And the question mentions, like, well, organize the numbers into matrices. And so here I've done that. So at matrix A, now this is according to the question, it says let matrix A, and it gives a description. Here's how it says to give matrix A. It's organized like this. These are the economy model prices for labor and materials, and these are the deluxe model prices for labor and material. You see how that's organized? The numbers aren't just thrown in there. They're organized very specifically. Okay, and this is again according to the way that the question said to organize matrix A. Okay, write the information in the table as matrix A. So I'm already seeing it organized that way, and I just put it in a matrix like that. Matrix Q represents how many of each kind of house the contractor supposedly built. So it did say 3 economy and 5 deluxe. Okay, now, so I've got the numbers in there as far as they go in the matrices. The next question is, what is the matrix A times Q? Okay, so here I've written matrix A and here I've written matrix Q, and this is how you'd multiply them together. All right, now I've made other videos to address matrix multiplication, but it's like I gotta pick this column up and lay it on top of that one. That's why I do 28 times 3 plus 40 times 5. You see that? And then I got to pick this column up and lay it on top of that one. And that's why I get 44 times 3 plus 60 times 5. That's the pattern of matrix multiplication. But think about what that is, okay? Because the upshot of this question, after I put in matrix Q, and let me go, in case you don't know how to put a matrix in, here's our matrix function, and that matrix Q was 1 row and 2, or 1 column and 2 rows. So I'm going to do like this. Okay, yeah. And what was it? 3 and 5. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to put 3 and 5 in. Whoops. 3 and 5. And that's how I can enter a matrix in. Okay, but it asked me, like, well, what do you get when you multiply A times Q, and what does it mean? Okay. All right, so here's what I get, but think of putting these numbers together. Okay, this is the result of multiplying matrix A times Q, but think of how these were multiplied and what would you get. Okay, like what if you took 28, the labor cost of the economy model, times 3, the number of economy models you built, plus 40, the labor cost of the deluxe model, times 5, the number of deluxe models that you built. What number would you get if you did that? You get the labor cost, the total labor cost, total labor cost for building the 5 economy, or 3 economy and 5 deluxe. That is matrix multiplication right there. That's the procedure for it, but I can put that interpretation on top of that number that I get. And this other one, what if you took 44 times 3? Okay, so 44, that's the material cost for the economy model, times 3. Okay, I built 3 economy models, okay? And then plus 60, that's the material cost for the deluxe model, times 5, that's how many deluxe models I built. Well, that'd be the material cost, the total material cost for 3 economy and 5 deluxe, right? Just looking at the numbers. So I want to emphasize here that even if you didn't know how to multiply matrices, and you took that completely out of the picture, just multiplying the numbers in this way gives you the total labor cost there and the total material cost there. Okay? It just happens to be that if you organize the numbers into matrices and multiply it together, that's the way it works out also. But I think the real insight comes from seeing that outside of the matrix, okay, outside of going through the process. Okay, then we can look at the process and see, now I know what each of these numbers is. Now I want to go ahead and leave the rest to you to fill in what matrix A times Q is, and then there's one more part where it will ask you for the interpretation of each of these numbers, but I'd spelled that out right here. Okay, think about what you would get with this given information if you multiplied and added the numbers together in this way. That's the final interpretation and the last part of this question that you're going to see.